of November, halfway through the month of November. That would leave literally 1.5 months left until we are in 2023. I've got an important question, Mpulapuli. Have you invested this year?
No.
Have you invested this year? Have you invested this year? If not, you still have exactly 1.5 months left.
Yeah.
After that, there's nothing ebambegayo ozawuthi uyenzile this year more than maybe the few handheld belongings. Andithethi what phone 13 or andithethi ngezo zinto mna, which next year this time there'll be 2 new models of and yona ibe ngoku ingathi sad and lonely. I'm not talking about that. I'm also not talking about the car that you're driving right now. It's a different story if it didn't belong to the bank. I'm talking about investing. Have you invested this year? If not financially, have you invested in your financial wisdom or knowledge? At the very least, have you tried to learn something more about investment or seen the importance of investment? Have you tried to see the importance of putting something away and almost forgetting about it and just keep adding to that as part of your expenditure, investing in your future, spending on your future self? Have you invested this year? I don't know. If not, let's rethink our priorities. Let's look at the importance of why we need to touch base with these things that sometimes it sounds cliche, sometimes you think it's irritating. Everybody keeps telling, yes, I know. But if you do know, why is it that it hasn't caught on with you yet? Why is it that you are reluctant to do something that's going to definitely assist you in the future? I don't remember there being one instance of a proper investment that didn't become beneficial at a later stage. I've never heard of a bad investment that matures at the end of it. You know, something that you see to term, you save it, you get the desired outcome, and then you're like, I wish I hadn't invested. No, there's no such thing.
Yeah.
But I stand corrected. That's why we bring the professionals in to come and tell us. Speaking on behalf of the crypto world and all the knowledge that we get and we share with you regarding crypto and cryptocurrencies, we welcome the co-founder of the House of Crypto, Mr. Soyiso Mpunzi, once again on our Tuesday chats about crypto mentorship. You are back again. Welcome, and it's always good to see you.
Thank you so much. Good to be here.
Have you invested this year?
Yo, I invest every year. in fact, I developed the habit of investing more than I spend.
Sure.
And in fact, I don't.
You spend on investments.
You understand? And for that, I don't even do much of savings.
Sure.
In fact, I save to invest. I always save to invest. I keep money because I know I've got an investment goal that I want to reach for that particular year. I mean,
sure.
When those are like, if you want to make a solid year's resolution where you say this year I want to do this, if we can come to that place where you say this year I'm investing, and you say that I want to invest a certain amount of money, so that by the end of the year I have so much money, and out of that money a certain percentage is balance brought forward of the following year.
Yes.
Because the problem is that we have a tendency of devouring everything,
of cashing out, and then you take yourself back to square one.
Exactly, because that money is gonna get finished. Obviously, you're gonna buy this and that, and you won't have money. So I always say, what is the balance brought forward?
Exactly.
What percentage of that investment you cashed out did you reinvest for the following year?
If at the very least you don't take the actual capital that you invested and plow it back as a brought forward, you're not playing the investment game.
You're not playing the investment. That's why I basically hate scams, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because scams are robbing people of the investment mentality. people are very skeptical and cautious. The minute they make the money they put in, they want to take it out because scams have been so popular. People are losing even the very capital they actually put in. So people now are not in to investment. They just want to get what they put in. Then they want to see if it's going to go up or whatever the case is.
So people are maybe just testing the water.
They're testing the waters.
They're not really investing now.
They're not really investing. They're just testing the waters. And I don't blame them. At the same time, I say to them, seek more knowledge so that you can go all in. There's a lady who invested 10,000 rands on a certain project we showed her in the office. And then after some time, she withdrew 130,000 rands of that 10,000.
Amazing.
She's saying now, I regret.
Cashing out.
I'm asking, why do you regret? She says, because I had 100,000 rands. I wanted to test the waters with 10,000 rands. I actually had 100K to put in. Which was going to be 1.3 M. And that opportunity is gone.
because she didn't go in there with the truth, exactly. with the kind of trust that.
And she's saying that to continue. She says that because the information you gave me, I trusted it. It was something different from what I was exposed to.
Right.
But still, because I've lost money in the past, I could not go in.
I've been burned before.
So I couldn't even go in 100%. So he said, I'm full of regret now. So she's like, where is that? I said, that opportunity is gone. We're going to look for another one.
That ship has sailed, but there are more ships.
There are more.
This is a harbor.
So that's why I personally don't like scams.
Yeah.
I hate them for that reason.
I hate scammers.
Yeah.
Like I can't believe you'd look a person in their eye
and
lie to get whatever it is that's in their pocket out of theirs and into yours. That you're the worst kind of despicable person.
Your profession is just that. You wake up every morning looking at someone else you wanna
and the more you do it, each time you don't see this but until you look in the mirror one day, it chips away at your soul. Eventually you're a hollow shell of a person. You might have the money, but it weighs you down. It weighs you down. There are still opportunities even for you to come back and do the right thing. Scams, no, guys. Especially this time of year.
Yeah,
remember, the graph is like this now for increased fraud and scam. It is actually Fraud Awareness Week this week.
Oh, awesome!
Yes,
awesome. That's good.
Yeah,
especially because a lot of people now are starting to get their bonuses.
Yes. Wrapping up, cashing out is dog fella.
Exactly. Yeah. So people are and the scammers are aware. The fraudsters are actually aware that right now people. Their hand is more open. They give more.
Yes,
they've got too much money.
We're in the season as well. We're in the season where relatives you haven't seen in a while.
Exactly.
You see somebody who's struggling, and because you've got a little bit of extra, you're like, I can surely lend a hand.
And at the same time, there are people who are saying, with my bonus, I want to invest.
Yes.
Only to find that they invested in the wrong place.
Because the information wasn't information. So when did you get involved in crypto, and how did you get started in your crypto journey?
Look, I was basically employed when I heard about this crypto thing yet, and I was living like everyone else. Hand to mouth, salary gets in, it disappears. You just don't know what you've done with it.
Yeah.
And
rumor has it you were paid yesterday.
Rumor has it. It was like that. And at that time, when I realized that the situation is actually getting more intense, you look around. I had my nice car repossessed.
Right.
That's when I started to realize that this thing without an additional income, you are especially robbing yourself of a very good lifestyle and a certain way of living.
And the more things you commit to, which society puts you under pressure to commit to, the more you're falling into the specifics of the game they want you to play.
Exactly, because salary on its own encourages debt.
Yes.
Because you're not going to afford everything else by paying it cash.
And there's only 12 of them a year.
Exactly. So salary encourages debt. Now, if you don't have something to supplement this salary, you are robbing yourself, your children, your family, and yourself of a life that potentially you could live. So, I was driving a nice Harley Sonata.
Sure.
2.4 liter engine GLS executive with a pen roof.
Island, pan roof. With that, and it's that long wheelbase.
Yeah. And up until the point when I was given, the delivery papers, I realized the car was never mine to begin with.
Right.
I was renting it out.
It was rented exclusively to you.
Exclusively rented to me, and so long that I paid the rent, then the car is in my
It might as well have been an apartment,
exactly,
or back room.
You understand? So, but the minute now I defaulted, I could not pay, and I make excuses, blah 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 blah. They said, okay, fine, and you run up, and I just got employed at that time at a new job, so I was caught in between running again
and just handing it over,
or just quitting the job so they don't find me again, or handing over the car.
Right.
And at that moment, I realized, no, I can't do this no more. And then, I'm like, you know what? Let me learn about this crypto thing. And
right.
And so, 2016, I had my first presentation. And at that time, one Bitcoin was actually 8,000 rands. And I thought, it's expensive, man.
8 blocks.
8 blocks. At that time, how much am I earning and stuff like that? So I realized at that time that I need something else. So I started learning about this crypto thing. Actually, the first presentation in Eastern Cape was in Port Elizabeth.
Okay.
That was the only one. You couldn't find anywhere.
So it was also something that people who had heard about it were looking forward to. It's like, we finally have a seminar,
And the person who was doing their presentation was Ethiopian.
Okay.
You understand how scarce the information was then?
Wow.
You understand? So she was a lady from
Ethiopia. So it was an international presenter.
Exactly.
Okay.
So at that time, I was like, okay. And at that time, she was earning 150,000 rand a month, the lady.
Yo.
And I thought, no, it's too good to be true.
No. What's the catch?
What's going on here? So, and then 2016, I had no money for that. 2017, when I had money, the 8,000 rands, Bitcoin was
had gone up
17,000.
Oh, you can't catch up to it.
So when I eventually started in 2018 beginning with real marketing and blah 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 blah, the price was around 23K. It's moving on, but then now I could only buy a portion of Bitcoin, not the full Bitcoin, because it's gone now. So I started knowing and learning and being interested and at that time, the only way you can actually get involved in cryptocurrencies was through a mining company or a network marketing company.
That's what the system was back then.
That's what the system was at that time. And so you must be a network marketer or you must just be an investor. But if you're an investor, you're not going to make that much money.
Sure.
And chances are you won't even get
you must spread the gospel. You must be active.
You must recruit people and stuff like that. So I started that. I started to learn the skills of the trade, how to actually present yourself, how do you do this and stuff like that, because you want to get the commission. And it was at that time, I was the most introverted person you could find on planet Earth. But my situation did not allow me to be the quiet guy. To be the quiet, humble backseat dude who's got a job, a nice thing, blah blah. The reality, I woke up to the reality, because that's the problem we have. A lot of people are sleeping to the reality. Every day you are stressed by the same thing and you're not doing anything about it.
It's slapping you in the face.
You are complaining about the same thing every day, blah blah blah. It's the same thing. Fuel is going up. There's a guy I met saying that he even resorted to actually buying second-hand tires, because he cannot afford the new tires at Tire Mart or whatever
whichever there.
They cannot afford it. Now, he's resorted to actually buying second-hand for 400 rand and stuff like that. And he's not looking at the safety features and the safety implications
of unreliable tires.
So he is forced to cut down instead of leveling up by saying, I want knowledge and skills of how I can get a second income and better my life. So I woke up to the reality of, you know what, I cannot afford A, I cannot afford B, I cannot afford C. And at that time, we're using a Note 4 Samsung. It was the latest at that time.
Yeah.
It was 1,000 something. I said, why am I using a 1,000 something, paying 1,100 a month on a cell phone? which is almost 13,000 rands per annum. I've got no investment, no savings. I can't afford this and that.
But you've got a nice handheld device.
It takes nice pictures.
Takes nice pictures. It's got a stylus, so you can
exactly. When I get in a church, they're like, can you use your phone to take
I said, your chest is out there now.
Now I had to wake up to those realities. And the opportunity I found was that one at that time. That okay, if you want crypto, you better get paid in crypto, commission in crypto.
Right.
So I started to go all in. The first guy I signed up was a friend of mine, Pumlan. And then Pumlan was saying to me, so after I signed him up and I started doing the business, he's saying to me, because Pumlan is a friend of mine, he knew that in his budget he has to keep 500 rands for me.
Sure.
Because I'm gonna borrow money from him.
Sure.
I got my salary, I do my things, I'm like, hey, you will send me 500, I have to return it and take it back and stuff like that.
It's a revolving credit.
Now, I get involved with crypto. He calls me and says, hey, whatever you are doing, I want it. Why are you not borrowing money from me now? You see, so
you've been quiet.
Why are you quiet all of a sudden? So, and then I started to realize that there's a difference in my life somewhere. The fact that there's someone I was borrowing money from and I'm no longer doing that thing. So that's exactly where I started when it comes to cryptocurrency. At that time I only knew Bitcoin. Yeah. And then after that I started knowing about Ethereum, then all the ripples came, the Bitcoin Cash, the Satoshi Bitcoin, all of those things they came into play. But the first cryptocurrency was actually Bitcoin. And if you didn't have Bitcoin at that time, or you didn't know Bitcoin at that time, you were the loser, because it was
like you're a waste of time.
When we were marketing, we used to say that if your boyfriend does not even have a Bitcoin wallet, dump him. He's
not for you.
If your boyfriend does not have Bitcoins, he's not worth it. And at that time it was the in thing to actually accumulate Bitcoins. And yeah, man, and we are here in 2022, going for 2023, speaking of the same thing. Actually, the question you asked, whether are people investing, that actually hit me hard. People are not investing.
Hey, man.
People are not investing.
People are not investing.
Oh, it's terrible.
What have you learned between then and now as we speak about investment and, your personal experience, but also the trends that you've seen?
Look, like I mentioned at that time, it was difficult to get into crypto if you're not going to be a network marketer.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to be an investor only, you're not going to break even. Chances are you're not going to, because at that time, the companies that existed that were to affiliate with, they took care of those who were network marketing.
There's incentives there at different levels. They pay out.
But now, if you're an investor alone, only in the company, they're going to just give you money to get your account running, but not enough to even break even for you to make a profit.
Okay.
So
because your money is safer for them in their hands.
Exactly.
Right.
And for them now, they compensated network marketers a lot because they wanted network marketers to bring more people into the company for their expansion, profit, and bottom line figures.
Inkutazo.
Yeah. And they were paying you I remember the time commission is 20%, but when you calculate, hey, this is more than the 20%, but you don't even know where it comes from.
You're like, whatever.
But you're just happy.
Bring and come.
Then, between now and then, I learned about the risk.
Yeah.
What was the risk that I was exposed to?
Right.
And the risk was this company that I'm affiliated with is not mine. I don't know the owners. I don't know what their intended plan is. I don't know when they're going to disappear. I don't know what their intentions are.
Do you even know what the organogram of the organization looks like at the top level?
The only pictures of them you see is when them, or a video is with them climbing on a private jet, going to Malaysia, and what. So the hope at that time was materialistic.
Yeah.
We had to see what you have that you can,
and what they have achieved. For you to aspire.
Exactly. What are you driving? What I can be convinced that this thing works. What watch are you wearing? What cologne are you wearing? What this are you wearing? Stuff like that. And we were forced to wear something you don't even afford because you want the person who's a prospect to actually say, he's wearing.
These guys are living.
I know this shoe. It's an Armani. It costs 6,000 rands. I know it. I know he's wearing a fossil watch. I know he's having an iPhone 13 Pro Max.
Sure.
So all of those things at that time, man, we grew out of that. We noticed that you don't need to know my bank account for you to actually be convinced that it actually works.
Right.
Because it will work whether you join or you do not join. So that's the thing.
Somebody's gonna join without having investigated my personal.
Exactly. At that time, we were forced, because network marketing is a different business model. Someone would be like, right now, I want to see your bank account if this thing really works and stuff like that. And at that time, we are caught in between. Must I show this person my bank account because this person is the potential?
Yeah,
and this person
and it seems like the convincing factor would be me
to say it's working and stuff like that. And then so that was the trick of the trade at that time. You must always be flashy. You must dress to impress. It's always about doing it for the next person. This person must see you like this and stuff like that. And so I saw a lot of guys who were in the business with me fall along the way because they cannot keep up. It's terrible. What's demanded of them, the pressure and everything, they cannot keep up. People are no longer presenting the product of the company. They are presenting, how you want them to be seen so that you can be convinced. It was terrible. So people now, even now, the consumers end up buying from someone who drives a nice Mercedes-Benz, whether the person lies to them or not, and they live the authentic person
because they trust what they see.
They trust what they see, and then so those companies were the same thing. I remember one company that I promoted, Big Club. The owner had private jets, and you would fly all over, and stuff like that. And so we thought, this company of ours is going far.
We are gonna be on that jet with him.
We are gonna go far, And then boom, in 2018 December, the company crashed.
Yikes.
Gone, just like that.
He cashed out and
and then when they were getting arrested, I had 5 of them arrested. He went to a country where the United States cannot take him from.
So what does
that say? He planned it.
He knew he had a target that he needed to hit.
Exactly, and he knew that when the ish hits the fan, I'm gonna go to this country, and they cannot extradite me there.
And he's probably still there now
on a beach, enjoying cocktails and mocktails
with your money.
You understand? So that's the thing. That was network marketing then and stuff like that. Getting a good company that does network marketing is something else. There's still companies that promote good products and that are
especially startups. I see it with a lot of these health-based products and things like that.
Exactly.
There are people who are really trying, and they're using the network marketing to literally grow the actual business. It's like, for me to be able to produce more, get out there and sell it, guys, and make yourself some money. Bring me back what I spent, and I can make 2 bottles from one.
Exactly.
So
between then now this time I learned that no, man, you actually don't need to be part of any company for you to have a healthy crypto portfolio.
Right.
You don't need to. You don't need to join a company. You don't need to be affiliated with any company. You can do it on your own. So I think that's where I Soyiso personally actually found peace. I sleep well at night.
Right.
I don't care about what's going to happen in the morning with a certain company that I'm affiliated with.
And the next man's shoes, appearance, house, watch does not determine your worth.
Because the bad thing with that in the past is that the minute you buy a nice car and those that you have recruited are not improving, they're not buying nice cars. Only you, you're on the top of the food chain.
Right.
You see, so you are getting people to hate you, envy you, and like how is it doing? Whilst we are here, we are not even breaking even with the money we put in and stuff like that. And this guy is flying.
These are the same people you're supposed to motivate to do better.
So there's a guy who said to me, if you want to be successful in network marketing, you must be a capitalist. Meaning you must only care about profits. Whether I had to in the process.
Burn a bridge here and there.
And that's why you realize this guy is moving from one network marketing company to the next.
It's opportunity based.
Exactly. And whether that company is gonna succeed or not, they don't care about that. They want to make money now. So they go in marketing and recruiting so much, they invest that money into certain other avenues so that when this thing goes down, they are set for life. So we've seen that happen. and you don't know who to blame, whether they did the right thing. You were also supposed to do that or stuff like that. But when it comes to being human, I mean, you cannot lose 100,000 rands and I act as if nothing has happened.
No.
You understand what I'm saying? So I had to move and learn that. Is it possible to build crypto without joining a certain company?
Right.
When the answer was yes, then it became different. How I saw
because
crypto,
now your whole mind shifts.
exactly, and how I saw crypto was different because I always saw crypto as also affiliated with these companies, not knowing that cryptos, Bitcoin, are independent of anyone and any institution using it. These companies came after 2014.
Right.
Crypto came in 2009. So who's fooling who? Who came first? It's crypto. So these companies started being part of what was already happening with cryptocurrencies. So I had to learn that how to build it, how to protect your cryptos if you're not going to be part of a company. Because being part of a company means if I want to withdraw, I must request a withdrawal.
Right.
Someone else must approve the
subject to approval.
Subject to approval and stuff like that. Takes 24 to 48 hours and stuff like that. There's a company I recently started. I bought their product with. I'm not gonna say. I almost said it. I was too close. I was too close. You see, so I made the withdrawal. It didn't come true. I'm still waiting. This over 3-4 months now.
Wow.
Because why? The private key is on the other side. They control the things from the other side. So where we are right now, you are 100% in control. Your money is always in your custody, 100%. You don't request withdrawal from nobody else.
So, given your experience with what you're saying, and I mean some of the challenges and difficulties that you've spoken about, is crypto a safe haven for an investor?
Look, my confidence is on another level right now. I've seen the bad, I've seen the worst. I've lost relationships because almost when you're promoting a certain company, it goes under.
Nobody wants anything to do with you and your company and your scam. It's your scam now.
And the funny thing is that I started getting afraid when one time I was promoting this company, MC. I'll just call it MC. Those who know. And then I got scared when someone says, "I nanifuna le nto kaSoyiso." Because
once it crashes lendo kaSoyiso.
So I didn't like that statement. Someone was like, no, I didn't like that statement because I knew that
because they're attaching it with a person now. They're not researching how it's done.
I did not like that statement.
Sure.
Because it was putting me in a certain corner I didn't want to be. So and really when this thing went under, you lose relationships, you lose friendships. Some family members write about you on Facebook.
Oh yeah,
and stuff like that. At that time, you understand them, you understand their frustration.
Of course.
So the guy who hated me to guts. Whoa! Up until I don't know whether the Holy Spirit or an angel visited him at night, he gave me a call and he said, "No, bro, I know it was not your problem."
Yeah.
I was like, yo,
out of all people,
this guy, he hated me. I tried to explain, but bro, why are you playing? What have I done? How did I know this gonna happen? And he hated me. Up until one time, I was like, no, man, I'm sorry. Man.
So he was sure it was your fault up until he was sure it wasn't.
It wasn't. So I understood people's frustration.
Of course.
I understand, and for instance, right now, with this what we are doing now,
right?
Those relationships that were torn apart, they are getting rebuilt. Because we found a way where you can have, I wish I was not using my phone. I was gonna just show it here.
Yeah.
So that you can see my net worth.
Net worth.
And I would say,
and you benchmark your future.
And you disclaimer. Don't borrow money from me after this. so
leave me alone.
So I wish I was gonna show you a crypto wallet, what it looks like.
Right.
How it can list your 12 projects that you've invested in.
I think a good exercise in one of our engagements would actually to be able to maybe go through on a screen. To go through.
Yeah, that's true. So people can see that when we talk about these things, they're actually happening. And so right now we can build a healthy crypto portfolio and a lifestyle out of investing in a legit way.
Right.
The risk here that we are facing is your discipline. When you see this money, are you gonna be tempted to withdraw and spend it on a weekend, or just use it
on an impulse, on a whim?
Because why? You are 100% in control. There's no 32 days notice. I mean, I can withdraw money right now, and I will show you I have it right now, because I'm 100% in control. So crypto is still a safe haven. Crypto is still a better way to go. Paper money is going away. We're looking at it. There's branches now that are not even opening. Others have closed. I remember the time Standard Bank was announcing closure of a lot of branches.
Yes, they did that. They streamlined. In small towns, they were like, we can't afford to keep it open in this town. You're gonna have to commute to the next town over.
Yeah, I mean, when was the last time I went to the bank? I make a phone call. I want this done. I go to my app. I change everything.
Right.
I remember even with a limit, you couldn't set a limit.
You had to go in
to the branch.
Right. Now it's in your control.
You can just do it. So
I think they realize as well they have to hand over control, because
exactly they have to hand over control. So that's what the world is. So it means you are now given the 100% responsibility, that as much as I'm 100% control, I must be also responsible. I must also be reliable, because if you're not responsible, you are risking the future of the young ones that you brought into this life. If I don't do what I'm supposed to,
you're playing games with their
future. I mean, my kids, I was calculating one time with my two kids at the same school. I'm sitting down with my wife, I'm calculating their school fees per term. I'm like, no, this is a joke. this is too much. You understand? But then it means every time I leave my house and I say I go to the office, I must get them to be responsible.
Right.
Every time I've got investments in my crypto account, I must be responsible. I must know that this is not money to play and money to just enjoy life.
There's serious things hanging over your head.
Exactly. Yes. In one of my investments or money that I've put into crypto, there's one for leisure.
For leisure, yes.
This is one. You see that one, I enjoy it.
Yeah.
It takes us everywhere. So and then the rest one are for building property, this and that and stuff like that, which is what we really need to do when it comes to investing. So crypto is still a safe haven.
All right. And I mean, there are many ways in which you, as House of Crypto, assist people into understanding these things in detail.
Okay.
Tell us about the mentorship program and how this links what we've just been speaking about to the person who might be watching, listening, and now is interested.
Okay, number one, my losses in the past, the money that I lost doesn't have to be your losses. That's number one. The mistakes I went through, the hard work, the learning, the courses I take.
Sure.
I mean, you should be taking advantage of them, because now it means your own way will be straight and sharp. You know that if I buy this product, it's going to do this. Then for me, at that time it was trial and error. Is it gonna work out? I lost money in the profit. I promoted the company, it went under. That was my money.
Right.
I promoted the second one, it went under. Blah 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 blah. Up until we got to this point. So House of Crypto then says, we know exactly which cryptocurrencies you can invest, and then they can 10x. When I say 10x, I mean multiply your money by 10, 20, or 30 times.
Right.
We've been through that research, we've been through that kind of information, and with experience, we have now gathered information. So
and some of these dangers have been eliminated by the experience that those experienced before.
So we basically have got intel. If you want intel when it comes to crypto, we have that intel, we have that information. So our company is then responsible to assist you to say, this is how you start. This is the project you can be involved in, and you don't need to be part of any company. Actually, people like the fact that they are not joining any company.
You don't have to recruit. This is about your personal recruitment portfolio.
I always say to someone, you have got goals. So someone says, yes, I've got goals. I says, then you need this. What are your investment goals? What do you want to achieve? When and how? So we sit down and we put pen to paper and we discuss how we're going to achieve those goals. So basically, the mentorship program then is designed to say, you won't get lost. This is everything you can. If you have got a how-to question when it comes to crypto,
right,
it's in the mentorship course.
Amazing.
You are mentored, you are guided, you are guarded even, so that you don't lose money. Someone is always working with you to say, I'm mentoring you. So our company is responsible to work with people. They never lose money. They're never scammed. There's no get rich quick, whatever. It's always planned. It's
practical.
Planned.
It's forward thinking.
Exactly like that. So that's basically how the mentorship program goes.
And on Wednesdays, you have your weekly Zoom.
On Wednesdays, we have.
Tell us about that.
We have Zoom meetings to broaden the information to a lot of people who are not in East London. So 7 p.m. we always host our Zoom meetings. And then on Saturdays we have meetings in the office at 11 a.m. So and then online also, but we talk with those who are in the group because we have a private group chat,
right?
For where we tell people what to buy and when to withdraw that which they have bought. So on that group we also make announcements as to this is a members training. Who wants it? There's a members training where we're gonna go live and see how to withdraw, how to buy, how to do this and stuff like that. So that people can do it on their own. They must not always rely on me or on the company.
So they can learn how to actually trust themselves to do it as well.
Because we want you to be 100%. Because if crypto is decentralized, but I still hold everything to myself, then we are killing the very purpose. You must be able to do it by yourself.
And playing the gatekeeper is not empowering the person.
You're not empowering the person.
Right.
Exactly. These people are always dependent on you. Someone is asking here how to invest, starting from how much. Now I'm getting interested. I like that.
And quickly before I let you go, is there a minimum amount?
There is no minimum amount. As much as I do advise you, because like I said, when we always speak here, there's people. For instance, someone wants to start with 2,000 rand. I always say that's not gonna cut it because the bank wants money from that 2,000 rand. When you send it to an exchange wallet, the exchange wallet that is owned by the wire bank wants something out of that money. So you end up sitting with little in your venture capital,
right?
And then it grows and it becomes so. I always advise if you don't have it, it's okay. We start where you wanna start, but then there is no minimum. There's no benchmark to say 10,000 rands up.
Right. If you want to start now and you feel like you want to get in the habit of
investing.
Right.
So, for instance, you can start with whatever amount of money. It grows to whatever amount of money. You take that now. You're investing more than what you did last time because now you've got a little bit of money. So it's a habit to invest. It's a lifestyle. You keep on growing. I didn't start investing 100,000 rands. I started from 10K.
Of course.
That 10K made money. I took it. I invested 20K.
You reinvested somewhere here, somewhere here. You take some of it and put it in another thing. You take a bit of a riskier, whatever the case.
Now I can go in 100K because I've seen what works. I've seen what doesn't work and stuff.
Okay. And how do they get a hold of you? So it's
081-877-3749. You can get directly with me. And when we have a landline at the office, I don't know the number. I'm telling you. Imagine. Someone said that. What's your office number? I said, I don't know. But you will get it. But if you get on 081-877-3749, you will definitely get.
We'll get the landline and we'll put it in the comment section of the same video so that
cool. I appreciate that. And also you can go to our office. At number 33 Devereux Avenue, where Take a Lot used to be here in Vincent. You can actually get us there. You will get all the information that you actually need.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is the co-founder of House of Crypto, Soyiso Mpunzi. Here once again, giving us crypto mentorship. If for anything, or if not for anything else, these talks really are eye openers that should be telling you that there are things happening out there that you might not have thought are as close to possible as you think. Now you see it for yourself. Thank you so much, my brother. We'll catch up again next week, Tuesday.
It's a pleasure, man. Thanks.
Cryptocurrency isn't just a novel investment option and in many ways represents a different world altogether compared to traditional stocks and bonds. Nowadays, you hear terms like altcoin, Bitcoin, blockchain, Coinbase, cold wallet, decentralization, Ethereum, Genesis block, market capitalization, among many others, and you think it all sounds like some foreign language and that it does not apply to your life in any way. That's where you are wrong. House of Crypto is here to help you navigate the crypto world
world with information, clarity, and plenty of practical and hands-on guidance that can help you catch this wave to the future. If you need to know more about cryptocurrencies and the crypto world in general, give us a call on 081-877-3749. That's for calls or WhatsApp. Or drop by number 3 at the new Colonnade building at 39 Devereux Avenue in Vincent, East London. You can also reach us via email at cryptohouse2021@gmail.com. House of Crypto, because the future is now.
All aboard!
A person or thing intended to deceive